We are here live and direct in Kwara State at the Sobi Hill. We are at Shao, which happens to be the northern part of Kwara State.
We are here to show you guys how the local weaving is being made.
And from what I heard, they said that the more you mention the name of the waterfall, the more the water keeps rushing down.
The more you shout the name of this water, the more it falls down.
Now, we are descending down the hill. This is a site, a hill where you get the complete view of Ilorin. This is the only building on top of the mountain hill here.
This line you're seeing here, fine as a point of direction when you're coming from down.
Hello my wonderful people. A beautiful day to you wherever you are in the world. I remain your G, Harenga.
Right about now, we are here presently at Agbarere in Ilorin. What are we here for? We are here to show you guys how the local weaving is being made. But I won't be the one do the talking, I won't be the one saying everything about this, the weaving. We have somebody here, those that have been doing it for ages. They'll be the one telling us how it is being made, the challenges and everything you need to know about the local fabric. This is Harenga TV. If you have not subscribed, kindly do so. Agbarere's governor of Agbarere. Agbarere, this is a place where the Asho the local weaving is being made. So, ladies and gentlemen, meet the governor of Agbarere. Kí ni orúkọ yín sà?
Kúrọ̀lẹ́ o, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́ o. Orúkọ mi ni Sanusi Abdulrasheed, gómìnà láti Agbarere.
Kí ni ẹ mọ̀ tí àwọn èèyàn bá kọ̀ rí tó bá dé bíbá ẹ, kí ni nǹkan pàtó tí wọ́n ṣe ní Agbarere gangan ní bíbá ẹ?
Nǹkan tó yí a ní bíbá tá à ń ṣe ní Agbarere nígbà yẹn, ó jẹ́ nǹkan aṣọ iṣẹ́ ìṣẹ̀ǹbáláyé àwọn bàbá. Ṣé pé ó dẹ̀ ti pọ̀ láti so many years ló ti wà. Ṣé pé ẹni abẹ́ àwọn fẹ́ ṣe ìyàwó ni o, ó fẹ́ ṣe wedding, ibi ó fẹ́ ṣe kómọ, ó fẹ́ ṣe birthday. Aṣọ òfin jẹ́ nǹkan tí táwa ń produce nígbà yẹn. Ó ṣe pé ó lè jẹ́ kan local military tàbí ń gbé lárugẹ.
I hope you guys have listened to and heard what he said. He said, Asho, that's the local weaving is being made here and it has been in existence before it was born. So that means this place has been existing for a very, very long time.
We are presently at the palace of Oba of Shao, that's the king of Shao.
My name is Yusuf Muhyiddin Olayinka. I'm reporting some of the attraction or destinations within Shao community. As you can see here where we are is the Ojude Shao, as you all can see.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bá ti gbọ́ nínú gbogbo ọba tí bá ti jẹ́ pé àti Ọ̀yọ́ ló ti wá, Ọ̀yọ́ Aláàfin. Gẹ́gẹ́ bá ti mọ̀ pé ìlú Ṣàó yìí àwọn ọdẹ ló tẹ̀, àwọn ọdẹ yẹn sì ní àti Ọ̀yọ́ náà ti wá. So ìgbà tí wọ́n mú bá wá ní nǹkan bíi 17th century láyé Aláàfin Ògbóolú ní ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ ni wọ́n mú ọba wá, ó kọ́ ọba ìkọ́nà ní.
Ojude Shao is also very, very important. If someone did anything bad and still insisting that he is not at fault or he hasn't done something wrong, he will be taken there, but with full warning even before he got there, trying to let him confess on what he has done or a wrong allegation against someone for clarity purpose and for proof of innocence. The person will be taken to this shrine where he is going to swear by the gods. After or within 7 days, something terrible is going to happen to the person.
Wow,
Pray, guide to us. Easy.
Ah, we found you at last. You can see there are many things that you can see around here. You can see the waterfall. Wow, look at the nature, the beauty of the nature. Sobi Hill is one of the interesting places that someone needs to visit whenever you come down to Ilorin. Where we are is the first resting point. So, and here with me, I have Mr. Akim Omotosho. So he's a tour guide in Ilorin here. So in case you want to visit Ilorin, I will leave his contact number there so that you can get across to him. And also we have a colleague here who is
Yusuf Muhyiddin Olayinka.
Yusuf Muhyiddin Olayinka is also a prominent person here. In case you need to visit Ilorin, these are people that will take you around.
Hello everyone, this is Omotosho Akim Olamilekan. This place you can see here is a place of religion activities. It's called the Holy Michael site.
Yeah. We are now at the second resting point. So I think I have to rest. Where are we moving to after this? Okay, straight on.
Yes.
But let's rest here. So we need to obey them. Yeah. That's part of the second resting point, and you can see the goats there. They are also resting. Look at the goats. They are resting as well.
You are welcome.
ibi báyìí ní ojú ṣàó ibi tí àwọn ọdẹ méjì àkọ́kọ́ tí wọ́n kọ́ dé ìlú ṣàó ti pàdé ara wọn.
Two hunters, Ajanki and Ibo, that first got to this community. This is the spot where they met. After one of them, the Ajanki, heard the sound of a gunshot. He traced the direction at which the gunshot came from. Through the process of going through where the direction came from, this spot, which is Ojude Shao, is the exact point whereby the two hunters met. So it serves a prominent position because it's in the community, because it tells us to know that this is more or less like where the harmonious living together of the people starts.
What I asked him was that, I said, as this place is now, is it that this is how they want it to be, or this is how it has been, or this is how it must be? Then he said, this is not how it has been, that before this hood, it wasn't like this. So as time goes on, as civilization comes in, they change from mud to wood. So then he said, even at this present moment in time, that there are some people have changed from wood to iron. So that is what he said, that civilization has changed a lot of things as well. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Arenga TV. If you have just subscribed, kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel and press the notification bell. Let's go.
My name is Yusuf Muhyiddin Alainka, a colleague on this movement. Sobi Hill is not just all about the view of Ilorin Metro only, but if we have to go through memory lane and history, it serves another very, very important duties for the people of Ilorin during the intertribal wars as of that time, because Ilorin is very close to the Nopes. So during that time of intertribal wars and invasions, this is another important place that serves as a security for the people of Ilorin, where at times they used to hide, run up here, so that they will be able to see any enemies coming from afar or even within. So it will be very easy for them, as you all can see the view of the community or the view of the city. So people here, mostly the security ones of the community, they always see far and near, try and make sure they check every attack coming through to the city. So that's another prominent and important function of this Sobi Hill to the people of Ilorin city as of that time. And even till now, it is possible for this place to be used as a security check, because you can see every angle of the city. So it serves that very, very important function. Thank you.
And you have a place where people that come can rest. It's like it's the villagers that did that themselves. And the changing room beside or inside the Iroko tree? Very mighty Iroko tree there.
The environment, like,
this is the changing room. This is normally used by the guys, and there is another one here, which is being used by the ladies. So they used to call it room and parlor. As you can see, it is a natural changing.
And from what I heard, the more you shout the name of the waterfall, the heavily it drops.
Can you see that? The more you shout the name of this water, the more it falls down.
Yes. And at the source, I learned is just like a bottle, a hole, a small hole. Yes, that's the source of this waterfall, and it's been there for years.
My name is Alhaji Mohammed Salman. I'm the tour guide for this palace. Usually this is my starting point. This place you are seeing is called the Tambourine Spot. there's a big butler-shaped drum that gave this place its name. And if you have heard them saying Olukomerin Ilorin, a person that has 4 poles. These are the poles that they are referring to. This pole that you are seeing. Each pole you are seeing was installed after the arrival of each warlord. So it means he's able to win 4 wars at a time. You can see the designs are different. So it's after the arrival of each warlord. You know, in the olden days, they have to bring an evidence that shows that they really won the war. So after the presentation of the evidence, they now bring it out here and bury it for historical purpose. So there's this big drum, as I've said, it has a rope by its side. I will show you the drum when we get inside. And in the olden days, before I go to that, there are other smaller drums that they will circle around. They beat this drum Thursday night and Friday in the morning, and at the site of the new moon for Ramadan. And if we have any festival like Eid al-Kabir and Eid al-Fitri, and if there's any, if the new Emir has a new son, his wife gave birth to a new son. Now they use this place as a punishment ground. They don't give more than 6 lashes of cane. They just tie that person here. And let me tell you those cane, it might not be painful, but it's a bad story. It's a nightmare that will descend to his grandchildren. It's a shameful, it's a shameful something that they will be telling the history that after all, they brought your grandfather here. They gave him 6 lashes of cane. Despite that, it might not be painful, but it's a very disgraceful something. Let's now go to this is the entrance to the palace. In the olden days, they use this when the colonial are still around. They come up here and wait for His Highness when he's coming from the Eid praying ground. Watch him as the horseman race with the horse. Immediately he gets to that gate. That's Kofa Sheikh Alimi. It's named after the father to the first Emir. And this one is named after the first Emir. And that's Kofa Abdul Salam. And the third one is Kofa Shita. Kofa means entrance point. So immediately he gets to that gate. The horse rider will be hearing them shouting, Sereri, 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 Tefia, Tefia, Sedkiyana Akira. It means the Emir is calling you. So they run from that gate to this gate. Then the Emir will now move from that gate. He come to this point. They will start another race from that gate to that gate. Before the Balogun, the warlord, the 4 warlords we have, when they now salute His Highness, he'll be on the horse. They will greet him before they enter their own chamber. So this is where the white man stays, but now it's the governor that does that. So after they have finished all those series of cultural something, Emir will now enter into the main palace, into this place.
My name is Oba Alhaji Dr. Bamidele Alabi Adegbite, the horror of Shao, concerning the history of Shao. Shao was founded about 400 years ago.
Ẹtì Ṣàó yìí náà ní ṣe pàtàkì gẹ́gẹ́ bí ojú Ṣàó ti ní ṣe pàtàkì. Ẹtì Ṣàó yìí ni wọ́n ti máa mọ tí ó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ iwájú ní tó ń ti dáfá tí fọ́fọ́ rẹ̀ tí nǹkan bá rújú tọ́lá pé kò fẹ́ máa lọ déédéé ìbí ìbáyìí ni wọ́n máa wá wọ́n ti máa ń bi ilẹ̀ léèrè.
And this you are seeing is Eti Shao. This is also very, very important. It performs some functions that helps in the governing of the community. 80% of the people of the community as of that time were hunters. So before they go to farm, this you are seeing is where they will come to consult, like trying to check what will likely happen if they should go for hunting, good or bad, the kind of animals they are likely to encounter. They try to check either on daily basis, on weekly basis, or monthly basis, but they have an interval at which to check to actually know what is likely to happen to the community.
Presently, right beside me, I'm standing beside Mr. Olaitan Arije. Mr. Olaitan Arije will be the one to show us how the local weaving is being made from scratch.
Once again, my name is Mr. Olaitan Arije. Here in our workshop here in Agbarere, in Ilorin East Local Government Area of Kwara State. As I'm standing, this is the first stage of it. We call this in Yoruba asotita. Okay? This thing, we call this odada. Then the material that we use for asotita, this is krantes. It is an imported material basically from China. Okay, so that is, now this is how to do it. Are you getting it now? So this is how we do it. Now this is the first stage, like I said the other time. After this stage, we now move to the next stage, which is the tying down of this asho. Okay, we have something that we call asa. That thing, I will tie this down into that asa.
You sorry to cut you. Okay. You said something the other time that this thing is from
China.
Now my question is that before the invention of the invention of this one,
yes,
is there any local one being used by our forefathers or?
Yes,
there is.
Okay. Yes, you call that one
owu.
Lamanpe.
Okay.
No, it is made here in Nigeria, precisely Kano and Lagos.
Okay.
Virtually in Yoruba, I mean in a Yoruba setting, if you want to do marriage, permit me to say this: no marriage, a marriage cannot be said to be completed until you find at least Asho Kedie. So that is just it.
My name is Omotosho Akim Olamilekan once again, and this line you're seeing here, it's fine as a point of direction when you're coming from down, from the ascending point of the hills. That's what the line is all about.
You can see some people come here and the place of so don't be surprised seeing people praying here and there.
Both Christian, Muslim, and the traditional believers as well. We all come here to request prayer.
Asibuna láwọ̀ ló kọ́ mi. Ọmọ nílò ni. So àwa náà ti lọ káàkiri kó tó di pa ọ̀dà tó wá jókòó sí mo ṣe bá àwọn stúdẹ̀ntì náà mọ̀ wá láti Kwara àbí Ìlọrin náà mo fi ní àwọn wá fà yín nílé wa láti sọ. Ìpínlẹ̀ tó bá lè di àdúrà ní Muslim àbí Christian wọ́n wá sí Bíbá.
Kílẹ̀ pé?
1963 ni wọ́n ti kọ́ ní ìkàlẹ̀.
A ní 1963 ni wọ́n kọ́ bíwí tó wà ní orí èkó sóbì.
Báwọn ìgbó sì fẹ́ràn kíní kan tó bá wà lóko tó bá ráyè sùn. Ó sì wọ́n ju pé kí wọ́n lọ lé kí wọ́n máa jẹ́ àwọn sùn. Ìwé tó ti bá wà náà wà ń dé padà. Báwo tó bá dé, kọ́lá bẹ̀lẹ̀bẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹ̀rí tí mò ń gbé bá sí àjáde lọ́sẹ̀.
Èmi máa ń wò pé most of the time tèmi bá máa ń wá bí mo máa rí pé àwọn tó máa ń gbàgbé mo dẹ̀ rí pé àtàwọn Christian àti Mùsùlùmí náà ló ń sùn bẹ̀ dáwọ̀ pé ìṣọ̀kan wà nìyẹn.
Àwọn tí ò bá tètè wọlé ilé ìtọ́sí lẹ́nu ọ̀nà sáfìwé tó jòkó.
Ẹ já wo àyíká YouTube.
Ẹ ṣé bàbá.
My name is Gabriel Olorajoremu. I'm a DJ of Owenere, if local government in Kwara State. This waterfall is for discovered by my forefather. His name is Bangboye Aremu, which my name is also is Gabriel Olorajoremu. He discovered this water, that is 18th century. Where he came from before he discovered the water, he's from Oyo down here. What is happening at Oyo by then? There is a war happening at Oyo. It's the only one that escaped out of 40 people that they are there by then. In the olden days, it is this waterfall is discovered 18th, 19th century. Now, when the man came here, how many days he spent down from Oyo down here? You know the holidays, no vehicle, no machine, no bike by then. They are trekking by the leg. Both day and night, he spent 31 days from Oyo down here. When he got down here, what he met? He saw the source of the water. Now the man as a hunter, he came down. He wanted to know where the water was falling to. When he came here, what did he met? He met Arakonda, which is Yoruba is called Python. Python, Yoruba is called it Ejola. It has 7 colors like a rainbow. Now, you now ask the rainbow, you now ask the python in a real future. People would like to patronize this water. How this anaconda, it will not be harm people or swallow people. He said it should go and bring 3 things. What are the 3 things? Obiabata, Alayemeta, Ekogupa, Akiemu. And he brought down it to the anaconda. Anaconda said it has accepted. But you know, it will migrate, it will move, it will disappear, or it will dismiss. But nobody will know the actual year, the actual day, the actual minute it will leave. Now, he now said they want to settle down at the source of the water. They spent 58 years before they migrated to Onere. What the name given to this waterfall by then, they call it Esawu. What is the meaning of that Esawu? Now, the forefather, my forefather that discovered this water from Oyo down here is a chief, is a Esther. Now, he came down to come and fetch water for people who had jobs there. When he got down here, he was communicating. You know, the holy days, they are communicating with animals. Now communicate with this python with the river here. Now, he said, people at shop, they are now expecting to bring the water for him. He said, he now humi to them. The meaning of the meaning of humi in Yoruba is Kenyamawu. He now humi. Ooh! Ooh! People at shop, they were not listening that somebody was humi. Who's that humi? He said, one of them says, Esawu. That is how they formed the name the olden days, Esawu, they call this water like that. Before the name was changed, when the prefia from Urago down here bring the religion to them, bring the gospel to them, it was gospel to them, is the time down that they changed the name to Kowu Water Falls, which people are calling it today.
This was where the father to the first emir, Sheikh Ali, used to receive guests make ablution before going to the mosque. It has no spiritual effect if they say you should not step on it, but just to preserve this place for historical purpose. That's why it might look shrines or like grave. It has no spiritual effect. In Ilorin, we don't have any taboo. So, because we believe it's not only Muslims, there are Christians, and we are meant to be together. That's what we real indigenous believe. So it has no spiritual effect. That if they say don't step on it, it's just to preserve the place. Let me show you the drum I'm talking about. This is one of the 3 drums. This drum you are seeing is as old as Ilorin itself. This wooden part was brought for the first Hermia. What they are saying with the drum means that gashi, 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 gadindin, gadindin, gashi, gashi. Here he is, here he is. Just like as an announcement that His Highness is around. In this box, this is what we call kakaki. There's an adage in Yoruba that says the thief that steals the Hermia's kakaki cannot blow it anywhere. Because it's useless. And let me try if I can. During a Ramadan lecture, if you are here, if you are 5 minutes late, you won't find a space here. In fact, everywhere will be occupied. Up is where females stay. If you are coming with your wife, or she's going to climb up there. So this is where the visitor, anybody. And behind this curtain is where His Highness sits. You open this curtain and he comes in here and sits by this side. So,
but yes, sir. Are you going to open this curtain?
Yes, immediately the Emir is seated. They invite. I mean, they will let the Imam that's going to give lecture. They will open the curtain. This is during Sheikh Alimi lifetime. This is the junior class. That part is the senior class. We are going there now. This is the senior class. If they are going to make use of this space, the designers will sit on this floor like this. They will sit on it. They will spread mat on this. Initially here, this first picture was there. That was the structure that was there. And the second one was here. And they, they had to demolish it because of this royal chalet, if I should say. It's built for 11 emirs. It can host 11 emirs at a time. Everybody with his own apartment, his own palace. It can host about 11 emirs at a time. Let me check if this building you are seeing is for the entourage. Maybe their secretary, or maybe their akoda or dogari, any other visitor that might follow them. This is for them. Okay, my people.
Right now, this is the only building on top of the mountain hill here. That's Sobi Hill. So, and this building was built in the year 1963. When rain falls, you fetch water from here. Look at it. It's mountain hill. So she says whenever rain falls, so the water that gets in here, this is where they fetch water to prepare whatever they want to use water for. So they use it to wash clothes, they use it to bathe, and do some other things. Because it is not easy to fetch water from down the hill up to this place. It's a dead. Now, we are descending down the hill. So, I'm here with J-Boy, Akim Omotosho, and the tour guide, Mr. Gabriel, and somehow some people met us there, and they came to shower and also get the water. And from what we had, the water is like it's medicinal and it's drinkable. So that's what we had, but I didn't try it. I didn't drink it. Can you see? Let me show you how pure. Can you see? Can you see? Very clean and natural. That's nature. Oh, that's Owu Waterfall. But I managed to enjoy myself. So keep watching. Yes, so my wonderful people, we are here live and direct at Owu Waterfall. That is the second largest, highest waterfall in West Africa. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned and keep watching our Ranger TV. We have lots of things to show you. Today, we are in Owu Town. Thank you.
Redeeming the image of Africa all over the world.
This thing, we call it sering. We call it sering. Okay? We call it searing. So it is used both in this process and the other process I told you when we start the weaving proper. Okay, but it is just only one that we use in the weaving proper. But when in this process, you can use as many as 5, as 10, depend on the size of the cloth that we want to do like
But,
this.
Sorry, sir. You are using just only one color. Is it that it's because of the design or the color that the person wants, or your own wish?
It depends on the customer.
The customer.
Yes. We can do 2 color, 3 color, even 7 color, like
Just
rainbow color.
multicolor.
Okay.
Yes, yes, please. The next type is rolling. This is the second stage. I'll now roll it into this thing. Okay, so having rolling it, we call this side aya. You now tie it with rope like this. The essence of tying it with rope is that so that when we are doing it into our asa, we will not get confused. Okay, because if we don't put this rope there, the whole thing that I have been done will be a kind of waste. Exactly. So that is it. Moving to the next stage.
And here we are is the Ojude Awon. The man here is Babalawon, is the one in charge of the worshipping of Awon festival, the guide and the keeping safe of the Ojude Awon here or even at the river bank.
Àwọn lè orúkọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣẹ́rí bó ti rí kalẹ̀. Àwọn nù ẹ̀yìn odò Ìlọrin yìí ti jẹ́ àṣà ní móròrè ọkọ àwọn àṣà yóò rẹ àwọn ni.
So Ojude Awon is another important place that needs to be visited. And no one, if you come to Shao and you want to know about the history of Shao without coming down here, you have not completed your research. So this Ojude Awon is where they always worship Awon in the house.
Nǹkan tí èmi gbọ́ nípa nǹkan tí mi ti àwọn Moro àti Asa. Èmi mọ̀ pé Moro yìí ó jẹ́ orúkọ local government kan ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara.
Àwa ni Moro wà yìí náà.
Asa náà mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó jẹ́ orúkọ local government kan ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara. Mo dẹ̀ tún mọ̀ pé ó jẹ́ orúkọ omi.
Now, we are descending down the hill. Let's go. This is
the Central Palace. If designers want to have meeting with some other obas, this is their chairs. This is His Royal Highness chair. So they sit down here and have their meeting with the visiting emir. If they are going to make use of Obadu, the fathers, those who sit by him at the palace. This is Royal Highness picture presented by one of the students. I wish this is okay. This is one of the room, but of course, if there's any emir at all, of course, they are not going to arrange the chairs like this. If they are not going to arrange the chairs like this, the emir's own will be a special. They will have their own special chairs that will show that that will make him feel at home as if he's in a palace. They will put the chair there. So the royal subjects, he might have any visitor, they will sit on these chairs. If they need to sit on the chairs, traditionally they sit on the floor for if they are with emir. So this is one of the 11 palaces for the emirs.
So what you are trying to say now is this, that you have 11 of this kind of room here.
Yes.
That means that this place is big.
Yes, if you calculate all the palaces in Ilorin, we have about 14 palaces.
Okay.
2 there, which we are going to enter now. We are going there if we finish from this place. 11 here. There's one for the emir of Sokoto, making 14. This leads you to their rooms, their bathroom, kitchen, whatever you can think of that will make them feel totally at home.
Wow.
Most of what should be here are kept somewhere safe. Since they said if they are going to, it's only for the emir. So, like the throne now, you don't expect an emir to sit on an ordinary chair. You won't feel at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, this emir, he loves to make other people feel at home. So, we have their own special throne. If they come here, we will put their throne and rearrange those furnitures.
Wow. So right now we are leaving the Hermia's royal chalet. So we are moving to somewhere special now. So let's go. Now, I want to move closer to the fall. So I have with me the waterfall in person of Mr. Aremu Gabriel again. So, which means sail free. Let's go.
This is our weaving material. We call this asa. This one I'm holding, we call it asa. It is made up of wood and iron. We call this one omu. Okay? We call it omu. Though it is a kind of language that we found our forefather to be calling it. Let me paint a very brief scenario. There was a time that we sent one of our apprentices here to go and buy this thing from market. And the guy was inside a bus. Now, we made a call through to the guy that, make sure you buy 4 omu. And as the guy was talking inside the bus that, omu meji ni mo mari. Everybody in the bus, every lady in the bus was scared that, hope this guy is not a ritualist. You understand? Everybody wants to jump down from the bus. But the guy was able to explain himself better. So everybody calmed down. Okay? But those in the aim of affair of this weaving material are gathering together to find a simple term that you can use to refer to it. Okay?
Here where we are is the Awon River itself. As you can see, these are the pots. Look at the money and the cola on the ground. Some people maybe they have been here this morning or even yesterday or some days back. They come here, they pray to God through this Awon because they believe whatsoever thing you ask for by the special grace of God, it will be answered. So they do come here. These are some of the money as you guys can see on the floor where some people after making or after prayer to drop. And the same thing with this cola. And all of this clay you are seeing is where they used to keep some of the things they use in worshiping of the Awon at the riverside. This is where they used to keep it. It is very, very important. And the story of Shao is not complete without this Awon itself.
Omi omi ogun ni omi yìí gbogbo tí ẹ bá lò fún náà ni mo jẹ tó bá rẹ̀yàn tẹ́ni ẹ bá ti mú pẹ̀lú ìgbàgbọ́ ló ṣiṣẹ́ fún bí omi ti jẹ́ nìyí.
This is His Royal Highness lawn tennis court, where he used to play lawn tennis with some other Obas around Ilorin, within Kwara State. So this is his mini clubhouse. My collection. Piece of metal. Ìlọrin ìlú tó yóò léegun ẹṣin léegun wọn ọkọ̀ sí lóró bẹ̀. Ọkọ̀ means a spear. This is the spear that they are referring to. This was even older than Ilorin because it was brought to Ilorin. You use it during war to defend themselves from animals when they are passing through the bush. You see, as small as it is, It's a scratch, but it's very, very deadly during the time of its use. This is the oko that they are referring to. And one of some of the swords that was used. These are some of the swords that was used. You can see the marks where two swords touches each other. It means this sword we are seeing has taken life. All these things you are seeing contains neurotoxins. They are very, very toxic, deadly. But this one has there's no poison there. It's called the disconnector. They use it at the war front, just to disconnect the head from the neck. They don't use it within the tunnel. It's at the battlefield, just like this. And that person is gone. This is the remain of the chain that was used for slavery, and this is the ijano that's used for the horse. They put it like this to control the horse at the war front. This is a special one. This part is called the okeli, and this one is called the aki. This special ijano is used at the war front.
So that is the end of it. That is the end. After this, the next thing is the weaving proper.
So you mean after this now, the next thing is to start the weaving.
Exactly.
Properly.
Okay. So we call this oko. It is one that we used to be moving this, the other one that we rolled the other time.
Okay.
We now put it inside this.
The oko.
This is oko. So this is the weaving proper. This is the omo I told you the other time.
Yes.
So this is asa. We call this one okeke. Without this, nothing can be done.
Okay.
As more as this, it is very an essential instrument that we use in weaving. Without this, no weaver can do anything. As okeke. Yes. So we call this one gogo. Yes. This is gogo. So let me continue with my weaving. So it's just like this.
So it will take how many days, hours to make 3 yards of gele?
It depends. This one is a plain. If it is plain, I can do 3 gele per day.
3 yards of gele?
Yes.
Per day?
Yes. I can do 3 per day. There are some that I may not even do a gele per day. So this is ironsaw. This is ironsaw. We call it drawer.
So how do you know when this thing gets to a particular yard that you want to?
Yes, there are so many ways to know that. Like for instance, I can gauge it because we have been trained. this is what we have been doing right from our youthful stage. So we can gauge it. Then the other thing we normally do is that this, I roll it back, this thing. If I roll it backward, then I know the amount of yard that is there already. Understand?
That's a high measurement.
Exactly. Then to avoid confusion, at times we have a tool that we use to measure. This is our tape tool that we use to measure. A yard, we have different ways of measuring yard. There are some that we measure 40 by 40. There are some 42 by 42. There are some 46 by 46. It depends on the length requested for by the customer.
Well, this is our second day to the palace. We couldn't complete our visit to the Hermia's Palace. So let's go in and see what the palace looks like. Thank you.
As we have said, this is where the throne is. Come in. You are welcome to the palace. This place is called the Fada. F-A-D-A. If we are doing, if they are doing this sitting down in the palace, doing the Fada, this picture shows how they arrange themselves in the palace. That's His Highness and that's his subject. But during Friday, this church is meant for anybody. I mean, maybe the president, the governors, if they visit His Highness at the palace. The Imam, these two chairs, the throne is behind me. Oma wole mo kenikan, Oma wole de fin kanro. These are what Olariwaju is referring to. If you see, these are the pillow, local pillow, that we just lean on them. If we are doing the Father, the Baloguns, they have their own way, and the Imam, they too, they have their own way. Maybe when they reach, when they reach this point, that's at the middle between the seats and the door. That's when they will kneel down and say, the first one, the second one will be done here. They will now end it up in front of His Highness. They will now shake hand. But if it's for the Baloguns, the warlords, they will start from the door. Another kneeling will be at the center. They will end it up here. They will now sit by the right side. They will now sit on this, on the mat, on the floor, like this. Some of these pictures you are seeing, this is the 10th Emir, the 9th Emir, the 8th Emir. His daughter got married to his son. That's what they call Dabipo in Yoruba. That's why Olariwaju said, Ọmọ ìyá ni ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ni ìyá, ọmọ àbúrò ń bàbá, ọlá ọmọ ló yí wọnú ara wọn. That's why this present emir was named Kolapo.
Okay.
He's from the both sides, from the mother side and the father side, they are emirs. Even if the mother is, I don't mean she's a male, so she's entitled to be an emir. So when he finished his Quran, when he was celebrating his walima, he was Chiroma then. He went to the 10th emir to recite Quran. That's when this picture was taken. This is when he graduated from, when he became a lawyer, legal practitioner. This from England, yes, Middle Temple. This is second son, Dr. Suleiman Sunigambari. This is his first son, the present Chiroma now. That's Abubakar Baturi. That's his picture when he. And this was his picture when he was a judge. When he still practiced. That's his first daughter, Hadia Fati. This picture shows how we move during Salah, when His Highness is coming from the Eid praying ground. So these are one of his chiefs. When they meet, well, you know, when they get to their area where his chief are, so they have to come out and greet him, then follow him to the palace. So during Friday, if they finish prayer, there is no restriction. Anybody can come in, visit us. In fact, if it's during Salah, if you are late, you won't have a space, you won't find a place to even stand. Everywhere will be crowded.
So this is the main palace.
This is the main palace. So, the first palace.
The first palace.
Yes.
Okay.
The ancient one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end product of what we have been trying to explain to you guys since morning. All right, you might need this anywhere you are across the world that you want to get this. You can just contact them through their phone number. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our amiable subscribers, you will see more than that concerning today's video. So if you know you have not subscribed to Arenga YouTube channel, kindly do that. Subscribe to Arenga TV, and whenever you subscribe, don't forget to click on the bell. Reason why you should click on the bell is for you to get notified whenever we drop any new video. From Agbarere, Kwara State, we are saying bye bye and then hold down.
On behalf of the people of Agbarere and within our institution, we present this cap to you for the coming to our visit the company. We want you to put more efforts to promote this as of it. God will continue to bless you and protect you.
So let's go to the second palace. I told you that's the first palace. The reason why I use that word first, you know, the last time I told you we have about 14 palaces, and I showed you some of the palace. This is the second palace. See, we call this one the modern one because, see, this is the seat that's used as the throne if he's sitting here, if he's going to make use of this palace, and these are meant for the visitors. By the side here is where the subjects, we call them Bafada. Maybe His Highness is going to receive a guest now. So they call the Bafadas to sit down instead of the imams and the warlords. They are the ones that are going to receive the visitors with His Highness. So the guests will now sit, they will sit on the chair. Chairs around on the floor. This picture you are seeing was taken when he went to Morocco. That's His Highness sitting on the floor. This is His Highness sitting on the floor. This is the King of Morocco. These are his subjects. This man sitting on the chair, he's sitting on the chair because he's reciting the Quran. The chair is only meant for those who are going to recite Quran. This is the next person that recited the Quran. That's the next year when he went to the King of Morocco. The kings, the governors, everybody will be sit on the floor. It's only the person that's reciting the Quran will sit on this. His Highness with the past former governor. This is picture with President Muhammad Buhari. And that's the picture he took with Sultan of Sokoto. This with the Sheikh of Borno, the past Sheikh of Borno. This is when the King of Morocco was speaking. That's when he has the opportunity of sitting on the chair. Behind me here is where His Highness does his Ghana, G-A-N-A. That's closed door meeting with important personalities.
Okay, that's behind this door.
Yes, behind this door you're seeing. Even if it's with the governor, maybe with the president, any high chiefs. The Sultan of Sokoto, of course, he will make use of his own palace there. But with other obas, that's when he's being received at Morocco. So this is the second palace.
Like, come your way, same time, with another wonderful and interesting video. Please, if you enjoyed this video, like it, press the like button, and if you are yet to subscribe to Arenga TV, subscribe now and turn on the notification bell. If you turn on the notification, if you press the notification bell beside that subscribe, you will see all. Click on that all. By that, you get notified whenever I upload my videos. Thank you, and keep watching Arenga TV. Oh, double.